Hello everyone, and welcome back to the BS Coins world. Today, we're diving into a fascinating story of a rare coin that's been making waves in the numismatic world, the 2007 D Mint Mark Idaho $quarter coin. You might be thinking, why would a simple quarter be worth so much? Well, stay tuned, because by the end of this video, you'll have a full understanding of why this coin has an incredible market value of up to $2 million. First, let's talk about the Idaho quarter itself. The 2007 D Mint Mark Idaho quarter is part of the 50-state quarters program that was launched in 1999 by the U.S. Mint. This program was designed to honor each state in the union with a unique coin. Each coin features an image related to that state's history or symbolism. Idaho's quarter, released in 2007, features the well-known image of a mountain scene, with a majestic bighorn sheep standing tall against the rugged backdrop of the Sawtooth Mountains. This coin is very much tied to the state's identity, known for its natural beauty, outdoor recreation, and wildlife. It's a great tribute to Idaho's unique character. Now, the D Mint Mark. You may have noticed that the 2007 Idaho quarter has the letter D on it. This letter indicates that the coin was minted at the Denver Mint, one of the United States Mint's production facilities. Coins made in Philadelphia have a different mint mark, typically the letter P, but the D tells you this coin came from Denver. For most of us, this might not seem like a big deal, but for collectors and numismatists, mint marks play a huge role in determining the rarity and value of a coin. The 2007 D Idaho quarter, while common in circulation, is a little different from the rest. And here's where things get interesting. So, why on earth is this particular quarter worth up to $2 million? This is where the story gets exciting. It all comes down to a very rare error in the minting process. The 2007 D Idaho quarter was struck with an unusual mistake. Some of the quarters produced during this time were misprinted with an error on the reverse side. The bighorn sheep had extra details, and in some cases, the mountain scene had additional features. These coins are referred to as error coins. In the world of coin collecting, error coins are highly prized because they are not supposed to exist. They're essentially a mistake that makes the coin even more special. There are only a few of these error coins in existence, and as you can imagine, when a coin like this comes up for auction, collectors from all over the world take notice. The rare Idaho quarters with these mistakes have been sold for incredible amounts, with some of the most famous examples fetching around $2 million. Let's take a closer look at the journey this coin has taken to reach its astronomical value. It all started when collectors noticed something was off about certain 2007 D Idaho quarters. A few of them had very specific defects. Some were struck with uneven pressure, while others had additional detail in the design, including an error in the bighorn sheep's features. Once word spread, coin enthusiasts began to check their own quarters, and soon these rare errors started popping up. In 2015, one of these error coins was auctioned for a staggering $2 million. What's amazing is that this wasn't an isolated incident. Similar coins were discovered, but their rarity makes them incredibly valuable. You might be wondering, how can I tell if my 2007 D Idaho quarter is worth $2 million? Well, first, you need to know that the error is quite subtle. The first thing to look for is any irregularities in the design of the bighorn sheep or the mountain background. Look for any additional lines, details, or unusual features that don't belong. These are the key signs of an error coin. Next, the condition of the coin is important. Coins in mint condition, meaning they have no visible wear or scratches, are much more valuable. If you happen to find a 2007 D Idaho quarter in excellent condition with an error, you may be holding on to something special. However, these coins are extremely rare, and it's unlikely that most of us will come across one. But it's still a good idea to inspect any Idaho quarters you may have stashed away, just in case. You might also be wondering why anyone would pay $2 million for a coin. Well, the world of coin collecting is a fascinating one. Coins like this are valuable because they tell a story. They represent a piece of history that's not supposed to exist. When a coin is minted incorrectly, it becomes a unique artifact, and the more rare the mistake, the more valuable the coin becomes. Additionally, the market for rare coins is very competitive. Collectors and investors who specialize in rare coins often have deep pockets and are willing to pay top dollar for an exceptional piece. This has made rare coins a hot commodity, especially those with documented provenance and a clear history. So, there you have it, the incredible story of the 2007 Mint Mark Idaho quarter dollar. From its beautiful design to its dramatic rise in value due to a rare minting error, this coin has captivated the attention of collectors and investors alike. If you happen to find one of these error coins in your change, don't spend it just yet. It could be worth far more than you realize. And if you're just getting started in the world of coin collecting, always keep an eye out for those rare, valuable mistakes. You never know what you might find. Thanks for tuning in today. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more coin collecting tips and stories. We have an exciting topic to discuss: the 1998 Mint Mark Washington quarter dollar coin. You may have come across this coin in your pocket change, but did you know it has the potential to be worth a small fortune? In fact, some of these coins are valued at up to $1.8 million. Yes, you heard that right. So, grab your magnifying glasses, because we're going to dive deep into what makes this coin so valuable, and how you might just find one that could change your life. Let's get started. The Washington quarter has been a staple of American currency for decades. But like many coins, its true value depends on several factors, including rarity, condition, and even certain minting anomalies. The 1998 Mint Mark Washington quarter, specifically, is a coin that has intrigued collectors and investors for years. First, let's talk about the P Mint Mark. The P indicates that the coin was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, which has been minting U.S. coins since 1792. The majority of quarters produced in 1998 came from the Philadelphia Mint, making them relatively common. However, there's a particular 1998 Mint Mark Washington quarter that stands out from the rest, a coin with a rare and unusual minting error. What makes this particular coin so valuable isn't just its age or its minting year. It's the rarity of certain misprints and errors that were found on a small number of coins. These errors, known as die varieties, can occur during the coin's production process when something goes wrong with the die used to strike the coin. In the case of the 1998 Washington quarter, some coins were produced with a unique error that gives them an astonishing market value. Some of these quarters feature a double die obverse, which means the design was struck twice, creating a layered or doubled appearance. This error is a clear sign of a rare, highly sought-after coin, and it is one of the main reasons this quarter can be worth so much. Now, let's talk about numbers. How could a coin worth just 25 cents become valued at over $1 million? Well, the answer lies in the coin's rarity and the growing interest in collecting and investing in valuable coins. The 1998 Mint Mark Washington quarter, with the double die obverse, has seen its market value skyrocket in recent years. Some of these coins have been sold at auction for more than $1.8 million, a staggering amount for a coin that was once found in your pocket change. But here's the thing, you're not going to find one of these rare coins every day. In fact, finding one of these error coins in circulation is incredibly rare. Collectors and numismatists spend years searching for these types of coins, and when one is found, it's like striking gold. So, how can you tell if your 1998 Mint Mark Washington quarter could be worth a small fortune? There are a few things to look out for. First, examine the coin closely. The double die obverse error will cause the design on the front of the coin, specifically the image of George Washington, to appear doubled or blurred. The letters and numbers on the coin may also appear more pronounced than usual. Next, assess the condition of the coin. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. Coins in near-perfect condition, those with no scratches, discoloration, or wear, are the ones that fetch the highest prices. Coins that have been kept in pristine condition are the ones collectors want, as they're the best representation of the era and the most sought after in the market. If you believe you've found a rare 1998 P Mint Mark Washington quarter with an error, your next step would be to get it evaluated by a professional. Take it to a certified numismatist or coin dealer who can authenticate the coin and help you determine its market value. If it's in excellent condition and exhibits the rare error, you could be looking at a significant payout. Be sure to have it professionally graded by a reputable service, as this can greatly affect the price you'll be able to sell it for. So, there you have it. The 1998 P Mint Mark Washington $quarter coin is a rare gem in the world of numismatics. If you happen to have one in your collection, or better yet, find one in your pocket change, take a closer look. You just might have a treasure worth more than you ever imagined. Thank you for joining me today as we uncovered the incredible value behind the 1998 P Mint Mark Washington quarter. Be sure to check your coins carefully, and remember to subscribe for more coin tips and valuable insights. If you're a coin collector, or just someone who's been curious about rare coins, then this topic is going to interest you. We're talking about the 1995 Washington $quarter coin. This coin may not look like anything extraordinary, but believe it or not, some of these coins are worth a staggering amount of money. You might be wondering, what makes these coins so special, and how can they be valued at over $1.9 million? Let's dive in and uncover the story behind these coins, their value, and what you need to look for if you think you might have one hidden away. First, let's take a step back and talk about the Washington $quarter coin itself. The Washington quarter, as many of you may already know, features the image of George Washington, the first president of the United States. This design has been in circulation since 1932, and it was created to commemorate the 200th anniversary of Washington's birth. Over the years, the design has been modified and updated, but the basic appearance has remained relatively consistent. Now, most quarters that you come across today are simply worth their face value of 25 cents, unless you're dealing with special editions or unique variations. Most people don't think much about them beyond their practical use, but certain quarters can be worth a lot more. And that's where the 1995 Washington quarter comes into play. In 1995, the U.S. Mint released regular quarters as part of the series, and most of these were produced in high volumes for general circulation. At first glance, you'd think this coin would be no different from the rest of the 90s era quarters. But it's not. There's a special version of the 1995 Washington quarter, and it's a rarity that coin collectors and investors will pay a small fortune for. To explain this, let's start with the idea of mint marks. The U.S. Mint uses these small letters on the coin to indicate where it was produced, either in Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. The vast majority of coins minted in 1995, including quarters, had a mint mark. But here's where the magic happens. The 1995 Washington quarter with no mint mark is the one we're looking at. Now let me make it clear. This isn't a case of some coin missing a mint mark by accident. The missing mint mark isn't a mistake. It's a rare, intentional anomaly that has left the coin extremely valuable. So why is this no mint mark 1995 quarter worth so much? The rarity of these coins is the main factor. The 1995 Washington quarter was initially intended to have a mint mark, like most other coins produced during the time. However, a small batch of these coins, for reasons that are still not completely clear, was released without a mint mark. There are different theories as to how and why this happened, But the end result is that the coins became incredibly rare. As most collectors know, rarity is one of the biggest drivers of value in the coin market. And when it comes to the 1995 Washington quarter with no mint mark, the numbers speak for themselves. It's believed that only a few of these coins exist in uncirculated condition, and even fewer have been certified by professional grading companies, which is a key factor in determining the value of a coin. A professionally graded 1995 Washington quarter with no mint mark in mint condition has recently sold for around $1.9 million. Yes, you heard that right, $1.9 million. That's an incredible return on a coin that you might have spent 25 cents on not too long ago. Now, for those of you wondering how you can tell if you have one of these valuable quarters, there are a few things to look for. First of all, check for the mint mark. The lack of a mint mark is the most crucial factor in identifying a coin like this. You'll want to look closely at the reverse side of the coin, where the mint mark should be. If you see a clean space with nothing in it, no D for Denver or S for San Francisco, then you might be holding one of these rare coins. Next, the condition of the coin is very important. A coin in uncirculated, near perfect condition will fetch far more than a coin that's worn or damaged. Coins that are uncirculated look almost as if they were just minted, shiny, clean, and without any obvious scratches or marks. If you think you've found one, I'd highly recommend sending it to a professional coin grading service such as the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, to get an accurate evaluation of its worth. It's also worth noting that there are other factors that can influence the value of a coin. For example, whether the coin has been in a special collection, its provenance, and the current state of the coin market all play a role in determining how much it's worth. However, for the 1995 no mint mark Washington quarter, rarity is the key factor that has driven its value up into the millions. In recent years, coin collecting has grown as a hobby, and high-value coins have attracted more investors. The 1995 Washington quarter, in particular, is one of the most sought-after coins in modern numismatics. And as the demand for rare coins increases, the price of these coins may continue to rise. To wrap up, the 1995 Washington quarter with no mint mark is an incredible example of how something as simple as a coin can have such a significant value. Whether you're a serious coin collector, an investor, or just someone who's happened to stumble upon a rare find, the value of these coins is a reminder of how fascinating and rewarding coin collecting can be. So, take a look through your spare change, and who knows, you might just have $1 million coin sitting right in your wallet. Thanks for watching, and as always, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos on coin collecting and the amazing stories behind some of the world's most valuable coins. We're diving deep into one of the most interesting and rare coins in the world, the 1998 D mint mark Washington quarter dollar. Now, you might be wondering, what makes a quarter from 1998 so special? Well, stick with me because by the end of this video, you're going to know all about this coin's fascinating history and why it could be worth a whopping $2 million. Yes, you heard that right, $2 million. Before we get into the details, let's set the stage and take a quick trip down memory lane. The Washington quarter has been a beloved staple in American currency since 1932, and over the years, many varieties and designs have emerged. But the 1998 D mint mark coin stands out in a way that has collectors buzzing. Let's explore why. First off, if you're new to the world of coin collecting, you may not know that the value of a coin isn't determined by its face value, 25 cents in the case of the quarter. The actual worth of a coin depends on several factors. Things like rarity, condition, and historical significance all come into play. And when it comes to the 1998 D mint mark Washington quarter, all those factors align in a way that makes this coin highly sought after by collectors. The story of this coin begins with its minting process. As you may know, the United States Mint produces coins at multiple facilities across the country, each with its own mint mark. The D Mint mark stands for the Denver Mint, which is where the 1998 D Washington quarter was struck. But here's where things start to get really interesting. Unlike some of the other quarters that were minted that year, this particular one has a rare feature that makes it incredibly valuable. You see, during the minting process, there was an error, a very subtle one, but one that would change the value of this quarter forever. The error had to do with the quality control at the Denver Mint, which produced a small number of these quarters with a unique mistake on the obverse, front, side of the coin. These coins were issued to the public without being caught by the Mint's inspectors. Now, let's talk about why this error makes the coin so valuable. Coin errors are some of the most coveted items in the numismatic world. When an error happens, whether it's a misprint, double strike, or a mistake in the design, it's a one-of-a-kind piece of history. And because only a small number of these coins were made with the error, they become extremely rare, and rarity equals value. But it's not just any error that makes this coin worth millions. It's the type of error and the condition of the coin that pushes its price into the stratosphere. The 1998 D Washington quarter with this error is often found in near mint or mint condition, which only increases its desirability. For collectors, the hunt for these rare error coins is something that sparks both excitement and competition. The 1998 D Washington quarter is one of those rare coins that collectors are willing to pay top dollar for, and that's why it has reached a current market value of $2 million. This value isn't just a fluke, it's a reflection of how much collectors are willing to invest in coins with historical significance and scarcity. Now, you might be thinking, how can I tell if I have one of these rare coins in my collection? Great question. Identifying a valuable coin like this requires a keen eye and some knowledge of coin features. To check if your 1998 D Washington quarter has the error that makes it so valuable, you'll want to closely examine the obverse of the coin. The mistake on this specific coin is a slight but noticeable distortion in the design, which could appear as an extra marking or a misalignment of certain elements. But beyond just spotting the error, you'll also want to check the overall condition of the coin. Coins in near mint or mint condition, meaning they have minimal wear and retain their original details, are worth much more than coins that are worn or damaged. If your coin looks like it was just struck yesterday, it could be worth thousands, if not millions, depending on its rarity and error. You might also want to consider getting the coin professionally appraised or graded by a reputable organization, such as the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC. These organizations specialize in evaluating coins based on their condition, authenticity, and rarity, and they can give you an accurate assessment of your coin's value. But the excitement doesn't stop at just the error and the rarity. Let's talk about the Washington quarter's history and how it adds to the coin's appeal. The Washington quarter is an iconic symbol of the United States, featuring the portrait of George Washington, our first president, on the obverse and a majestic eagle on the reverse. The design has changed a few times over the years, but the image of Washington remains a constant representation of American patriotism. Owning a rare coin like the 1998 D Mint Mark Washington quarter connects collectors to the rich history of the U.S., making it even more desirable. You may be wondering, why haven't I heard of this before? Well, part of the reason is because rare coins like this don't just turn up every day. While it's true that some coins from the 1998 D Mint mark are still circulating in regular use, the error coins are incredibly hard to find, which is why their value skyrockets when they are discovered. So, if you're looking to get into coin collecting or already have a collection of coins from various years, make sure to keep an eye out for the 1998 D Washington quarter. If you happen to find one with the error, you could be sitting on a small fortune. Before I wrap up, I want to remind everyone that while finding a coin worth millions is an exciting possibility, it's important to approach coin collecting with patience and a genuine love for the history behind each piece. The value of a coin is often determined by how much someone is willing to pay for it, but the real reward comes from appreciating the stories these coins tell. And that's it for today. I hope you found this video on the 1998 D Washington $quarter coin interesting. If you've enjoyed learning about this rare and valuable coin, make sure to give the video a thumbs up, share it with your fellow coin enthusiasts, and subscribe for more coin-related content. We are diving deep into one of the most fascinating and valuable coins in U.S. history, the 1995 D Mint Mark Washington $quarter coin. If you're a coin enthusiast, a collector, or just curious about rare coins, you're in the right place. Stay tuned as we explore why this particular coin is worth an astounding $2.1 million in today's market. First, let's take a step back and talk about what makes the 1995 D Mint Mark Washington $quarter so special. Most of us are familiar with the classic Washington quarter, which has been in circulation since 1932. The design of the coin features a profile of George Washington, the first president of the United States, on the obverse, and an eagle on the reverse. However, the 1995 D Mint Mark Washington quarter has something unique about it that sets it apart from others, making it incredibly valuable to collectors. Now, you might be wondering, what's so special about the 1995 D Mint Mark $quarter? The key factor is a minting error. Yes, an error that occurred at the Denver Mint. It is believed that a few of the 1995 D coins were struck with a double die, creating a noticeable, albeit subtle, doubling effect on parts of the design. This double die error is rare, but what makes it more remarkable is how it was missed by many collectors when the coins were first released. Over time, these coins have become incredibly sought after, and as people started to recognize their rarity, the value began to skyrocket. Now, here's the most exciting part. One of these rare coins recently sold for an eye-popping $2.1 million. Yes, you heard that correctly, $2.1 million. This makes the 1995 D Mint Mark Washington $quarter one of the most valuable coins ever to be sold, and the U.S. coin enthusiasts around the world were stunned when this particular coin went up for auction, setting a new standard for what rare quarters can be worth. So, what does this mean for collectors? Well, it's a reminder that even coins that may seem common at first glance could actually be worth more than you think, especially if they feature errors or rare mint marks. So, how can you spot one of these coins? It's important to know that not all 1995 D Washington quarters are valuable. The key to identifying a double die error is looking carefully at certain details on the coin. For starters, check for any visible doubling on the lettering and numbers, especially on the Liberty inscription and the year 1995. A double die coin will show a slight offset in the design, making the letters or numbers appear as though they are repeated or doubled. This error is subtle, but with a keen eye, you can catch it. The next thing to keep in mind is the coin's condition. The higher the grade, the more valuable it becomes. Coins that are in near mint condition are the ones that are most likely to fetch high prices at auctions. So, if you think you've found one of these rare coins, make sure to get it professionally graded by a reputable service like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS. Why does a small error in minting cause such a massive increase in value? Well, in the world of coin collecting, rarity is the key to a coin's value. When a coin is minted with a mistake, it instantly becomes rarer than the typical, flawless coins. This rarity, combined with high demand among collectors, drives up the price. In fact, the 1995 D Mint Mark Washington $quarter is so rare that there are only a few known examples, and they've become highly coveted by collectors, which is why one recently sold for $2.1 million. In conclusion, if you have a 1995 D Mint Mark Washington quarter in your collection, it's worth taking a closer look. It might not be worth millions right now, but who knows? You could have one of the rare, double-die coins that's waiting to be discovered. Remember, the world of coin collecting is full of surprises, and sometimes, the most common coins can hold hidden treasures. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video helpful or interesting, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more exciting coin news and tips. If you have any questions or thoughts on the 1995 D Mint Mark Washington quarter, drop them in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. We're diving into the fascinating world of coin collecting, specifically the 1986 P Mint Mark Washington quarter. You may have heard that this coin holds an extraordinary value in today's market, and we're here to uncover why. If you're a coin collector or just someone interested in learning more about these valuable pieces of history, you've come to the right place. Now, let's start with a quick background. The Washington quarter is one of the most recognized coins in U.S. history, with its design featuring George Washington on the obverse and an eagle on the reverse. The coin was first introduced in 1932, and it has been minted in various forms ever since. The 1986 quarter is no exception, with the minting process taking place at both the Philadelphia and Denver mint facilities. But today, we're talking about the 1986 P Mint Mark quarter. The P Mint Mark simply means the coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. If you're looking through your collection of quarters, you might notice that most of them have a D Mint Mark for Denver or no mint mark for coins struck at the Philadelphia Mint before 1980. In 1980, the U.S. Mint began marking Philadelphia coins with a P to distinguish them. But what makes the 1986 P Washington quarter stand out? It's not just any run-of-the-mill coin. While most 1986 P quarters circulate for face value, just 25 cents, there's one rare version of this coin that's garnered attention in recent years. One specific 1986 P quarter, in excellent condition and featuring certain unique characteristics, has sold for an astounding $2.20 million. So, how did this quarter reach such a jaw-dropping value? It all comes down to a rare error, a mistake during the minting process. In most cases, coins are struck with the correct design, but sometimes the process goes awry, resulting in errors. These mistakes can range from small issues, like double strikes, to more significant ones, like incorrect details on the coin. For the 1986 P quarter, a coin with an extremely rare error made its way into circulation and eventually caught the eye of collectors. The coin in question had been misstruck, leading to an unusual double die error. This type of error occurs when the die used to strike the coin is misaligned, resulting in a design that's double impressed onto the coin's surface. This error gives the coin a distinct and unusual appearance that can be highly valuable to collectors. In this case, the coin's rarity and the double die error made it an incredibly sought-after item. While most 1986 P quarters are still worth only their face value or a small premium for coins in good condition, this particular one has achieved record-breaking prices at auction, with one coin selling for $2.2 million. Now, you might be wondering how you can tell if your 1986 P quarter is the one with the rare error. Well, spotting these coins can be tricky. It requires a keen eye and some knowledge of coin grading and error types. You'll need to look for signs of the double die error, such as doubled images on the letters and numbers of the coin. If you think you have one of these rare pieces, it's a good idea to take it to a professional coin grader or a reputable numismatic dealer to assess its authenticity and condition. So, to recap, the 1986 P Washington quarter is a fascinating coin for collectors. While most of them are worth just 25 cents, one rare coin with a double die error has been valued at an astonishing $2.2 million. It just goes to show that in the world of coin collecting, You never know when you might stumble upon a treasure. If you have any 1986p quarters in your collection, be sure to check them carefully, as you might have a hidden gem on your hands. That's it for today's video. I hope you found this information helpful and interesting. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below with any questions you might have.